Well, we have this bunny, and since we're going to be here for a while, might as well rip its skin off. The film crew movies they did, film crew was fantastic, actually. All of those episodes are really, really, really funny. Sort of like a precursor to Riff Tracks. They were all top shelf. This guy's not going to go away, though. Okay, what if we do... Hey, wolf. Fuck off. I hate having to use a flare like that, but there's no way we're going to get away from these wolves without some kind of light source to scare him off. I mean, he's already back and thirsting for our blood. I said, piss off. Did you not hear me the first time? Jerk. Timber wolf? Pfft, more like jerk-ass wolf. No, timber wolf gets a douche nozzle. You legit just scared me. That itself was scarier than the whole It movie. Hey, I'm not ashamed of my terror. When a wolf phases through a solid door of a car and comes gunning for me, I'm gonna shriek like a frightened girl. I'm not, well, I mean, you know, I'm not the gender stereotype, but I'm gonna shriek like a geisha in a video game. How's that? I'm gonna shriek like a Perfidious Pete who just saw a spider, which legitimately is the scariest thing in the world. That itself was scarier than the whole movie It. I haven't seen the new It, but I hear good things. I'd say no spoilers, but, I mean, I've read the book, so... There are multiple oh, God. We got multiple bogeys, chat. Okay, get out of here. One of them is still over there, though. Can we get to the Grey Mother's house? We're almost there. He's coming for us. We can probably outrun him. We did it. Ethereal wolf, that be pants soilins. Yep. Hashtag fuck all spiders. Thank you, chat. Spiders are 100% force of pure malevolence and evil. There's nothing good about spiders. They are undiluted evil.
But the name, Lily Barker, related to the farmer? He said they were liars and cheats.
I'm sure he cheated on the Grey Mother because she's got gravy skin and he couldn't stand to touch her anymore, so he went out traipsing about the town, got himself a younger, hotter lady, and this lady got into a fist fight with her. And
I am also a Barker.
Yeah, the farmer was your husband. And then his mistress, actually, in the course of that fist fight outside the Milton Town bar, ripped her eyeballs out of a socket, which is how she became blinded. So now she's got a grudge forever.
Lily died climbing.
Chili is not a stew, chat. Chili is a soup.
On Grape Bear. She was young.
Don't start me on my great soup crusade. Chili is a soup.
One day she went out alone. I said no, but he said yes.
The second she left the house, she got hit by a car on the mean streets of Milton.
She needs to face it alone. So she faced it alone.
Soup crades? No, the Great Soup Crusade, chat. Chili is a soup. I'm on a crusade.
I never forgave him.
And the pearls?
It's the pearl necklace he gave to his mistress that I tore off of that bitch right before she gouged out my eyes.
On her 16th birthday.
Oh, birthday present. Okay.
The year she died.
Also acceptable.
I wanted the
Hashtag team wrong, you mean, chat. Team stew. Take that shit out of here.
To remember her.
Keep calling Chili a stew, you're getting banned.
We fought bitterly and never spoke again.
Oh, I liked my story better where you got into a fist fight with his mistress and she gouged out your eyes outside the Milton Town bar.
Losing your own life.
My story is better.
But now, maybe you can save your friend. And Lily's death doesn't have to be for nothing.
I hate to break it to you, man, but her death is going to be for nothing either way.
Take this key. Upstairs,
Me saving my friend doesn't really make her not having died in vain. I mean, I can't go back and rewrite the history. I know I made a Scott Bakula quantum leap joke earlier, but I can't actually go back in time and write things that once went wrong. That was fiction. It was a TV show, lady.
It's the only way to find the route to Perseverance Mills.
Nobody else is participating in the soup stew wars. I don't want to get banned. Exactly right, chat.
What will you do?
I'm content to sit here and think of my Lily resting with her favorite pearl.
You know, I didn't secure him to that grave very well, and the first time there's a really big storm, those fuckers are probably just going to blow off of there.
I won't forget about you.
Stew, soup, it's just delicious. You're correct, it is delicious, but chili is a soup.
Or I'll send help for you.
It is not a... Okay,
Bound to be someone-
you guys keep saying chili is a stew. And sure, it could be a stew, but stew is just a subset of soup. That's like saying a bisque is not a soup. A bisque is definitely a soup. It's just a particular kind of soup. Chili is a soup.
We're of the old world now.
You go to a restaurant and be like, hey, what's the soup of the day? And they'll say, chili. You'd be like, okay, give me a bowl of that chili. Or you'd be like, hey, I got a cup of soup. What can I get? What kind of cups of soup can I get? And they'll be like, well, we got, you know, like some cream of mushroom. There's broccoli and cheddar. Oh, we got chili. Those things are all, it's soup, man. You buy, if you get a soup in a sandwich, chili can be that. You can get chili. Chili is not a soup. You're, chat, I'm straight up, you're going to infuriate me. Chili is absolutely a soup. It's marketed as a soup. That's what I'm saying. You'd be like, if you go, hey, give me a cup of soup, and there's chili in that cup, you won't be upset. And stews, legitimate stews, like a beef stew, that doesn't happen. You will never go to a restaurant and see beef stew be the soup of the day. Because it's not a soup. Beef stew is a straight up stew. Chili, though, that's a soup. You could go to a Steak and Shake anywhere in the country and be like, hey, I want a bowl of soup. And they'll be like, okay. And it's chili. I still want your gun. Fate in this world is no longer tied to mine. Are we done then? Like I've done all of the things? What's our trust level? What would I like to talk about? She only trusts us 313. Okay. Great Bear. What can you tell me about Great Bear? Nothing you can't read in the history books. Oh, for goodness sake, take this one. Current trust is 313. Is there anything? Okay. Oh, journal updated. Knowledge. Okay. What got updated? Retrieve the climbing gear from Lily's trunk. Got it. I'm going to assume that's somewhere in the house. And we can get that stuff without stealing then. Cardboard box. Is it upstairs? Oh, it must be upstairs. I've never been up here before. How come I didn't come up here and steal earlier? Like, I should have robbed everything. Aw, look, it's a picture of her dead daughter hugging her mom. We could sleep in here? We could sleep. All the times we wandered around in the snow looking for a place to hide and find shelter, we could have just been sleeping upstairs in a great... Toilet water. Toilet water. Give me that tidy bowl of blue, old lady. Ha 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 ha! I'm making off with her toilet water.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
After that, I have no idea what constitutes a soup or a stew anymore. I'm telling you, chat, chili is a soup. It's a soup. It's a delicious... Chili is, in fact, the king of soups, by the way. That's my other contention. Not only is chili a soup, but it is the best of all possible soups. It's the king of soup. Chili is the king of soups. Open this trunk. Beef stew has a higher food cost than the chili. That's why it's a different item from the soup of the day. You can say that, chat, but it's actually because chili is a soup and beef stew is not a soup. Lily's map. A map that shows Lily's climbing route leading out of the Milton area. Okay, so we got to go there. What about all this food and materiel that I have stockpiled for, like, forever? We got a whole house full of shit, and I'm not going to be able to make use of any of that stuff because I have to climb out of the Oh, chat, I am actually furious. All of that stuff we have stockpiled. All of these things, and we're going to have to abandon all of it? Soups require a stock or water, and chili being cooked in a soup is not the same as a stock. A soup, there is water in chili. It's tomato. You use tomato. There's tomato juice in it, and cooking something in tomato juice constitutes a stock. It's just a vegetable, or rather in this case, fruit-based stock. You put tomato juice in a chili. That's why it's a soup. Chili is a soup. You're not going to convince me, Chad, otherwise. You can argue all you want. You're wrong. If you say chili is not a soup, you're wrong. You're wrong. Chili is the king of soups. I'm actually legitimately straight up furious about this stockpile of goods that I have acquired that I'm going to be fucking forced to abandon. Absolutely straight up furious, though.
I've never been so hungry in my life.
I know there's a wolf back there, but I honestly don't care. So what we're going to have to do then is sort through all of our goods in this house and find like all of the most valuable stuff, because we're going to be forced to abandon like literally everything. All right. Now don't drop fresh raw rabbit. Drop the carcass. The fresh raw rabbit we want to cook and eat. So we've got a couple pelts here that probably are never going to get cured. We also have a couple... I'm absolutely... I'm inconsolable, really. So what do we... Well, let's eat all this wolf meat. We might as well just, like, stock ourselves up on calories. At this point, what we should do is just gorge like a Roman. Personally, I see chili in its own category. Oh, come on. Don't be a fence-sitting piece of shit, Iskar. Own up. Super stew. You gotta pick a side here. This is not time for political debate where you'll be like, oh, well, you know, honestly, I think chili is its own kind of category. No, bullshit. Super stew. You gotta calm down. Don't ride the fence, man. Make a decision. Have some guts. Stand up for your convictions. Gimme into this halfsy, non-committal, don't trump me. Pick a side, man. Super stew. Pick a side. This is the best political metaphor ever. So we have a lot of clothing, some of which I'm interested in, some of which... Actually, we should fix our shoes. Our shoes are a little banged up. I want to patch all of my clothing up as best as possible, because most of this stuff we have is going to get abandoned. Decent climbing socks. How are these if we wear them? Let's check these bad boys out. They are better in every single category than the socks we're currently wearing. They're almost 1 degree. These socks are amazing. They're way better than our old socks. Alright, so hey, new socks. What about these shoes, though? Can we repair these? We need cured leather. We actually have cured leather in the stove, I think. Did we not? I was almost positive we had leather somewhere. Is it in the stove? Not in the stove. Alright, where did we leave it? We have leather somewhere, I know for a fact. Let's find it. Nope. Is it in this closet, maybe? We might have stuck it in here. Yep. We actually have 8 scraps of cured leather. We really only need 1. We got that from ripping apart other older shoes. So let's fix our shoes, then. Actions. Let's repair our shoes. We're going to repair these 27.5%. This is acceptable. This is not a full repair. It's going to take 25 minutes. That's fine. Patch up the old shoes there. Pete doesn't let things like facts get in the way of his point. Didn't you a minute ago say it's a stew or a soup? No, I didn't. I said I could see the argument for saying that stew is a subcategory of soup, but honestly, I think chili is just a straight up soup. I don't even think it's a subcategory. Chili is, it's not only a soup, it's the greatest of soups. This balaclava is intriguing. I kind of want to take it. But we're really going to have to be selective on the things that we pick to go with us. I'm tempted to even leave these cured rabbit pelts. I'm taking 4 of them because I want enough to make mittens. So we're going to have to prioritize our gear. I already feel like clothing we've got sorted in that we're wearing sort of best available in every slot, although we don't have another accessory. I really feel like we're wearing best available clothing, though, in every slot. So maybe with the clothing thing, maybe just all of our other clothing we flat out abandon. Like the rest of it, we just leave. I don't need to rip it all down. Oh, wait, this Mackinac jacket. Hold on a second. We didn't even take a look at that. Are you any good? Is it better or worse than our decent simple parka? It's in pretty bad shape. But even if we patch it up all the way, I don't think it's going to be better than our parka. It's heavier as well, which I don't like, although it does provide better armor. And it's a little better against the wetness. Now, you know what? I'm good with the decent simple parka, I think. We could repair this, but even repaired, it's going to be so much less warm than this bad boy. Like, it's 1 degree cool. Now, we can abandon this. This is getting abandoned. We'll throw it in here. It's heavy. Lighter clothing is useful because it keeps our overall, like, load down. We should also fix those. We should definitely repair our pants. These cargo pants need fixed. Yeah, we're not even going to repair those all the way. Patch up our cargo pants. Team nuke the human race. As long as they go down all in agreement that chili is a soup and not a stew, I'm okay with them going out. They'll have perished in style. Alright, so we're best in slot. We got rid of all our old abandoned clothes. Let's start winnowing away our inventory. I do want to bring some of this cloth with me. Let's take 2. It gives us 5. Crow feathers we're going to want. Cured rabbit pelt sticks. Rose hips and reishi mushrooms. We got enough bandages. Is there any equipment? Alright, we don't need this old worn out flare. This sewing kit is busted, so we don't need that. Honestly, this scrap metal shard is doing us no good. We might as well get rid of it. These torches we don't really need. We have a lantern. Speaking of which, lantern we should fuel. We should put as much fuel in our lantern as we can get. 1, it saves us overall weight capacity, and 2, we're not going to be able to carry that with us, so refuel this bad boy. Let's make sure our lantern is fully loaded. And if we have any other lantern fuel stashed anywhere, let's get it in the lantern, and then maybe carry a small supply as like a backup. So we got can opener, bedroll, our lantern, we got a crowbar, hatchet, a snare. We do have a whetstone. I really wish we had another whetstone. 2 flares is probably good. We got a little meat for cooking. We'll use that for breakfast tomorrow. And we're going to absolutely gorge ourselves on calories before we leave. We got a bunch of water purification tablets, but honestly, I don't really know what we do with them. Let's take our best ones. Medical supplies. Let's take, like, really good quality medical supplies and leave the old busted shit that's almost worn out. We got a bunch of medical supplies in the bathroom. Again, this is probably really an only kind of take what you need sort of scenario. I think they're in this cabinet. Yeah. So we have a bunch of antibiotics. Let's take them all. You know what? These don't weigh much. Let's really stock up on antibiotics. Antiseptic, similar situation. We'll get plenty of that. We got a bunch of old man's beard. I don't really care. Give me all these painkillers, though. Oh, you gonna leave painkillers behind, Pete? What, are you out of your fucking mind? Hell no. We can trade those. Those are as good as currency in some scenarios, even better. What if we wind up in a post-apocalyptic prison? What are we gonna trade for, you know, sexual favors if we don't have any painkillers on us? Judge ye not by the viscousness of your content, but by your tasty heartiness. Exactly. Thank you, chat. That's well spoken, truly prophetic. Judge ye not, lest ye be judged by your soup choices. Of course, if you chose chili, you got nothing to worry about because you chose correctly. You'd be like, you go ahead and judge me all you want for my choice of chili. I know that I chose correctly. You go to the pearly gates and say to the man who's waiting there, be like, hey, which way you roll? Are you a chili or you as a soup or a stew? And you go like, dude, chili is a soup. He's going to be like, welcome to heaven, sir. Enjoy your stay. Please allow me to give you a priority pass. So we don't want any of these 21 books. I'm taking this extra can opener. It doesn't weigh enough and can openers are super useful. I'd like to take... I'm taking the coal. Cattail heads. I hate leaving this wood... I'm definitely taking all these crow feathers. We're going to need those for arrows. Lantern fuel. We got a whole jerry can full. Let's grab the jerry can, and we'll refuel our lantern. Then we're going to probably just leave whatever's left. Fuel this bad boy all the way up. Man, we have almost a whole liter of fuel. I hate having to leave that behind, but that jerry can is ridiculously heavy. And then let's take... What's our next... We're going to take... Okay, so you're our backup lantern fuel. We definitely want that fishing line. Let's swap out crowbars, I guess. I don't want to take 2 crowbars because they're really heavy. I just want to take the one that's in the best shape. I want both... I want all my sewing kits. I need these tools as well. Okay, so this is all, like, must-have stuff. None of this stuff we can spare. Nope. This is all stuff that we need. How are we doing for food? You know, we could get rid of some weight by deking some of this water. That'll help a little. I'm not taking my 2.5 kilograms of cattail stalks anywhere, because these are 150 calories a piece. So this is like 4,000. What is that? What do we got? 1,500 at 10. So we're looking at 6,000 calories of cattail stalks right there. I'm keeping this dead rabbit just as a lure. Clothing, we're good. Medicine, we're already sorted. I'd really like to... I mean, matches don't weigh anything. I'm taking all my matches, too. You know, we should leave some matches just in case we ever get stuck coming back here. Let's leave a few. We also don't really have a super abundance of tinder plugs. Let's take... I mean, we probably have enough with cattail stalks, but... Is there anything else we could potentially get rid of? I mean, I kind of feel like the answer is no. So this is it. We got 37 kilograms of gear. This is what we're traveling with right here. What time of day is it? It's too late in the day to travel. So what we should do then is we should use this cloth and just we should spend the rest of the time effecting repairs on anything that might need repaired. And we can start a rip-roaring bonfire. We're going to have a big send-off. Also, don't we have like 18 gallons of water just sitting somewhere? Don't I have a bunch of like water in the refrigerator? I'm pretty sure I left a ton of water in here. Yeah, there's like 8 liters of water, so we got plenty. Look at all this food. Oh, we're definitely taking an MRE. I mean, that's traveling food, so is that. The rest of this stuff, I guess we'll just gorge ourselves like a Roman before we leave and see how many calories we can wedge into our body. In fact, we might as well do that now. Let's grab... I'm going to have some beef jerky, a chocolate bar, and some dusty condensed milk. Let's begin the gorging. All right, dusty condensed milk. We got to use a can opener for that. To hell with that. Actually, you know what? The condensed milk is too good to leave behind. That's 750 calories. I'm taking that with me. Let's eat a bunch of chocolate bars. Anything we can eat that doesn't require us to use our can opener, I guess, is good. I hate leaving behind those peaches. Some salty crackers are fine. Let's, like, drink a couple of these sodas.
All this gear is slowing me down.
Yeah, quit your bitching. You're about to eat most of it. So, let's see here. Let's go... beef jerky. It's delicious. Chase that with some salty crackers. Chase those salty crackers with a grape soda. I'm curious how many calories we can actually get in our body. I think we're actually at the limit. 2,500, that's the limit. So we actually literally are stuffed. We can't get any more calories in our body. Are we playing story mode? Yes, absolutely we are. Working on Wintermute. And since we've got time, then I guess we're just going to spend the rest of the day repairing our clothing. So anything that's really effectively damaged, man, let's just repair this, because why not? We got a bunch of extra sewing kits. We're never coming back, I'm guessing. Matt Hatter, hey, what's up, bro? Welcome back. Okay, new fleece cow. Patched up. Our gloves are already in good enough shape. I don't even want to waste it. We can work on our coat, though. Get you repaired. We have tons of cloth, abundances of sewing kits. I really hate abandoning all these supplies, though. Will's coat's back in perfect action. I mean, I mean, the rest of our clothing is all really good. I guess we'll repair these socks. I feel like I'm wasting Zoe kit, but am I really wasting it? I mean, it's either this or abandon it. This is a problem I have when I play the Long Dark. I always have, like, too good to use syndrome. I never want to use anything because I'm always like, oh, what if we need it later? L30P Incorporated. Thanks very much for the follow. Welcome to the Night Circle. Where did I leave all that water? Oh, it's in the fridge. Right. We're going to use a bunch of water tomorrow morning after we eat, like, 86 gallons of food, so let's grab, like, that'll do.
A lot of gear.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of gear. You know why it feels like a lot of gear, Will? Because it's a lot of gear, that's why. I don't really want to sleep. I guess we could just pass time. I mean, that's a thing. We can do that. Just sit here and stare at the wall, I guess. Oh, let's play some Pinochle. Just sit here for 2.5 hours and waste calories. Perfect. Now it's dark. Alright, so let's drink some of this water and go to bed. How do you say my name right? I even find it unclear. Let's call it a lucky guess, because that's absolutely what it was. I'm a little disappointed in the story of the Grey Mother. I really was waiting for her to tell me how she got her eyes ripped out in a bar fight. That was going to be a way cooler end of that story, man. Can I find my way to the stove in the dark? The answer is yes, no. Well, I can't see anything, and I have no idea where I'm at. But you know what? To hell with it. I'm just gonna just waste a flare. I got more, and I can't take them with me. I somehow wound up in the bathroom. All right. You know, I just realized something. We did steal the Tidy Bowl Blue from the Grey Mother's house. And I'm an unabashed fan of Tidy Bowl Blue, by the way, Chad. If you have a toilet full of the delicious, delicious Tidy Bowl Blue, I will take it. But I also realized that we finally stole toilet water from a house where somebody was perhaps actively using the toilet. It's possible we're drinking the Grey Mother's pee right now. I'm not super enthused about that. I didn't think about it until just now when I realized I was going to drink some of that sweet Tidy Bowl Blue, and then I'm like, you know what? There's probably pee in that. Well, it probably won't kill us. Cedar fire. You know what? Here, just like, we can use this wad of cash as tinder. Sure, why not? Also, use a stick. Is cash, if like, really poor tinder? How come we have such a low chance here? Just start the fire. I don't care. We could go pick up that flare and start the fire and save a match, I suppose. Be the smart thing to do. If you can't start a fire with a lit road flare, probably not long for the Long Dark. To be honest, I'm kind of with this car. I don't even really consider it a soup or a stew. If push came to shove, I think I would call it a soup, mostly because you don't know what constitutes a stew. It's a soup, man. I'm telling you. It's the way it's marketed. If you go to buy chili, it's in the soup aisle with all of the other soup. It's not marketed as a stew. That's a big part of it for me. Somebody earlier was like, "Oh, Pete, if chili is a soup and not a stew, is a hot dog a sandwich?" To that I would say, no, our fire went out. God damn it. A hot dog is not a sandwich, because typically the definitive characteristic of a sandwich is that it's something smashed between two other somethings, and a bun is just one thing. But also, hot dogs aren't marketed as sandwiches. Like, if you go somewhere and be like, hey, give me a soup and a sandwich, if they brought you a bowl of soup and a hot dog, you'd be pissed off. You'd be like, hey, I ordered a soup and a sandwich. This is very clearly not a sandwich. This is a hot dog. But if they brought you a nice club sandwich and a bowl of chili, you'd be like, oh, yeah, soup and a sandwich, cool. I got chili and a sandwich. I'm stoked.